Here's our new. What is it? Okay, so this is our. This will be our return to Repulsive TV, but now we've switched locations.
Yeah.
So we're no longer in the wretched hive of scum and villainy known as San Bernardino, and now we're in beautiful, scenic San Dimas. San Dimas High School
Laverne.
football rules. Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my
Close
rival.
enough. Okay.
San Dimas is our rival. It's not close enough.
We're in Laverne.
Yeah,
Laverne, Shirley.
far better than San Dimas.
Gotcha. So, anyways, I'm here with my buddy Jason. It's
Yep.
me, Ralph. We're both members of the Order of the Fly. We're the originators of the other band End, which actually started out as kind of it was hypothetically going to be like a new wave electronica kind of thing.
Yeah, it was. I think it was just our love of all
80s.
things electronic, and we tend to have like a similar. Like I was into like By God 20 and Front, and you were kind of into. Who were your like in the electronic industrial-y bands that you like, the older ones?
Frontline Assembly. I love. Skinny Puppy's my favorite.
Right.
9 Inch Nails, obviously, but 9 Inch Nails kind of more, I guess, in the.
It seemed like though
they weren't only really one record that's like pure.
Yeah.
To that. So.
And seemed to be like the idea. I thought we were doing like a dance party booty shaking type thing. And it started out, the first few songs were definitely
in that
cheesy.
vein.
It was cool though. I mean, it was very
Yeah.
synth pop type of stuff. And that came out of necessity because we had lost
A drummer.
a drummer at the time. And so
That's true.
It was actually before Danny joined the band.
True.
And Danny was there the night that we started recording.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, in the studio, like right after we got it. And then the whole point, or not the whole point, but part of it was because I always loved electronic music, but I never knew how to do sequenced like anything. Like when I got like Reason, and I could do like a sequenced like bass line or something, I was like, oh my god, this is exactly what I've always wanted to do. And
I took like a sequencing class in 1992, and it was when techno first started. So I was doing at Citrus College. I was doing techno versions of the Brady Bunch and whatever
Oh,
else.
cool.
Actually, I did one project. I went in by myself and used a 01W, the old Yamaha 01W that you could program on. And I did one song in like a week, and then I never went back, and somehow got an A in the class. So, yeah. And then after that, the only stuff I did was it Acid?
Acid
And
was a
it
big
was
one.
all
It was just
pre-programmed
blocks.
loops,
Yeah, it was all
yeah.
pre-recorded stuff.
But it made you feel like you were good at what you were doing.
Yeah, and it
so.
was cool. It was a good way to sort of like kind of learn the process. Actually, I started doing stuff on Acid too. I think most of my first forays into that were, and then because the early version of Cakewalk that I had too was also had these like little like loop chunks, like some of those real early demos.
Yeah.
Like the Rap Rocky. What?
It
Yeah.
was good.
Uh,
That's early order demos.
Yeah,
so
no one
clarify that.
No one has heard that except for like maybe like Leo Nolan and
Probably Ellis.
Ellis. Yeah, Ellis
Yeah.
more even likely. Okay, let's do this. We left off. We haven't done like any sort of like band history. The whole formation of this originally was going to be a band history thing. So I think we left off when we were talking about your return.
Okay.
So was that before? That was after Swarm of Vision. Did we ever discuss that?
Swarm of Vision was...
That's something we should talk about because
Yeah.
I was bitching.
So, okay. So, last I remember we were talking about, I was singing for Hero to Zero. Everyone else, Order of the Fly, played with us.
Mm-hmm.
And then they opened for us. And then we had another show. And it was my drummer from Hero to Zero didn't show. We talked to Aaron Brown, who was the original drummer for Order. I handed him a CD. He went, learned all the songs in the car, came back in and played them. And that was the night I invited you guys over. I seduced you guys musically into letting me join. And then from there we started doing shows at
Second Avenue.
Second Avenue, and then we started doing pyrotechnics and standing on bars, and then it was going well. At that point, I had gone to Not Scary Farm and saw.
Oh my god, I forgot a guest star.
Oh yeah, you can come on through if you want. Don't bump anything though.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on film.
Tilt your
too.
head in. This is what was his old school name?
Oh,
Cold
Cold Chaos. Yeah.
Was-
The last time you saw him in anything Order of
He
the
was,
Fly related, he was
this tall.
in second grade.
Now he's doubled. He's doubled in size.
Yeah, not in weight, but just in height.
Yeah. Next time you see him, he'll be 8 feet tall, or maybe 12.
Yeah.
Whoop, easy,
All right.
easy.
Good to
Look
see
at
you.
you. Nice to see you, man.
The youth of today, almost 20 years old and still Ubering. So,
I didn't Uber. I just come to ride off a friend.
Oh, okay.
It's a Fruber, a free Uber.
Yeah, no desire to get their license, but that's the youth. That's okay.
Sweet shoes, bro. Looking good.
I had gone to Not Scary Farm, and they had a maze in 3D, and it was just those the specialized glasses that responded to the different depths of color, or like the warmer the color, the more it floated.
It was like
or
neons
like
especially responded to it, and so
Yeah.
I think it was like the blues receded and the yellows
like
came
the
forward.
cooler
or
it was, it
something?
came forward. Yeah. So I looked them up, and we were able to get the glasses cheap, and then did an entire show in 3D, which to me was still the coolest show ever. Like, I was thinking about today, because we didn't plan any of this, and we were just, I was like, hey, do you want to record tomorrow, muchacho? And I was like, yeah, okay. He's like, go do it in your garage. I'm like, yeah, okay.
It's perfect.
So today was like, we didn't even say, like, what are we going to talk about? Because that was a bad idea. But I was thinking about today, I was like, what was like the most memorable moment? And the Swarm-O-Vision show was like one of the best, because it was, we had painted like door skins, and we had painted a giant fly logo in the middle of it, and blacklit the whole thing. And I think we touched on this last time when one of the guys from like Millicent or something, like the lead singer, fell on the lights and destroyed them.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Annihilated it.
I lost my crap,
Yeah.
man. And on the video, I was a bad person.
That was a super memorable show. You know, it was another really one, super memorable one was the Knitting Factory one, where we built those. Both of these we don't have any video of, and it's too bad because they're fucking awesome. We did that one. We built those 2 boxes, and I think it was like Kersey.
Oh yeah.
Who else was in?
Who was in the other box? Oh, it was it Jen Hale?
Maybe I can't remember now. I think it was.
It may have been.
I hope. I don't know.
Did those two cross over timeline wise?
I don't know. So if I'm getting this wrong, don't be mad at me. Whoever was actually in there, but we made these cool boxes that were lit from the inside, and I think it was like real thin white material around it, and they had blood, so they were kind of pushing it. So it was like they were silhouettes in these boxes as like go-go dancers, but it was real like Hellraiser. They'd push their hand against it, and it'd be like a bloody handprint would be left there. It's pretty sweet. And
the sign also. When we first built the big rock sign, and we had the bubbler tubes that went up to it.
Oh, yeah,
And we did the
that's
fake
right.
fire. Yeah, we used to be really creative.
I know we didn't. We just got so lazy.
Yeah, we used to cut zombies up on stage with chainsaws, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, we were like, we were definitely
we were highly theatrical.
pushing the guar. We were trying to get that direction, and then we just got lazy and realized it was too much effort.
Speaking of Speaking of guar, I just happened to have, this wasn't pre-planned, we actually found it, the Rue Morgue magazine from November, December 2001 that that was our first album, Exquisite State of Decay, was reviewed in. And the one line that was awesome, and it was something along the lines of, because it's written, it says, in the process, kicking the living crap out of anything the Misfits and Guar did with face paint.
Damn right.
Because our face paint was on par or far better than anything Guar did, apparently.
I don't know. That guy was super nice.
He was awesome, yeah. The review was great. We got 3.5 stars out of 4. Skulls and Crossbones. And it's kind of funny to look because it was reviewed at the same time the Grave Disorder album by the Damned came out. There was actually quite a few bands that are it's like, oh, they're still around.
Yep.
But it's cool because the names we're in there with was awesome, so it is kind of neat to see. Oh, the AFI.
Oh yeah, Art of Drowning was in there, and then
yeah, so it was cool.
Yeah,
it's nice to look back and
the
see.
Son of Sam, the first Son of Sam record, which was a cool one-off record. They did a second one, but it didn't have Davey Havok singing, so who cares?
Yeah, but that guy gave us a pretty awesome review, and it's kind of cool to look back and see like. We were listening to the I can't say her name because she'll start answering back. The Dot, and she was, and it's kind of cool to just ask to play Order of the Fly, and it says shuffling songs by, which means you have more than one out there, you know. And I was literally just telling Ralph, I was like, man, it's kind of cool. Like, we made it. Like, we didn't make it, but like, we made it. Like, I don't know about a lot of people can go like, oh, can you ask your Amazon to play you?
That's true. Yeah, as far as like a a band that's done everything completely DIY. Nobody's ever assisted us. In fact, the vinyl pressing that's coming out of Hollow Voices is like the first thing in our entire band's history where any outside source of money
Ever came in.
Yeah, and we're still doing it 50-50.
Sure.
It's still only like half that label and then half my own thing.
But it's funny that, like, you know, we never had money. We never needed money, but we also started doing everything ourselves. When it got cheap, I mean, screen printing our own shirts.
Yeah. And didn't have a flash drive, so we put them in the oven.
Yeah. hand painting banners or whatever it is we were going to use, with overhead projectors and all that. And it's like just doing it ourselves. And, you know, especially now with everything being DIY and they've got all these tips and tricks, like,
yeah, I know.
grab that acrylic paint and paint on this fabric, and it soaks in, and it's, you know. But it's always been cool that we've been able to do it. And now that we're old and we have the money,
I know.
it's like, damn it.
It's the ultimate, yeah, it's what a ripoff.
Yeah.
It's okay. I think I still got, like, I figure 50 is going to be the cutoff. That's maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe not.
Not
See.
for
Maybe
me,
we'll become a
'cause,
blues band.
Yeah.
Or
And
it'll just
50 will become
Actually,
a-
I don't know. Like, I still see, like, look at Kiss, man. They're doing their final wrap-up, and they're, like, 70. Paul Stanley's, like, ripped.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think, I mean, at this point, no one's expecting us to go out there and do what we used to. No one should.
No.
You know, if you're going to see a band
We
this
do our own thing.
late in a career, I mean, this is our 19th year.
We're just getting started.
Yeah. 19th year, and now with adult jobs and financial backing.
Yeah, that's true. I know. Now we
We
finally
can
can
do
do
it.
whatever we wanted to do, but
Right.
we've got the perfect schedules. Yeah, so so history-wise, band history-wise, there's the brief, like, sort of hiatus that Jay took. When he came back, another really badass show we did was at Lyrics, where we built a coffin for you to pop out of.
Oh, right.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, and we had smoked it, and I had rigged up a little trigger, and I couldn't find the trigger because there was so much, and I was trying to trigger it and come out with my arms crossed with my keytar attached to me, and it was cool. I believe that's the night my keytar stopped working, and I threw it on the ground and jumped on it, and then had to go buy a new one. But yeah, it was cool. That actually Igor Spector played that one. I remember.
Oh,
that.
yeah, it's true.
But yeah, in that hiatus, and did we talk about the Comic-Con bringing us back together?
I think we did, yeah, because
Yeah.
I remember you had your bowler on.
Yeah.
And that was, and while you were on hiatus, you did some cool stuff too. You did Goddard's Way, right?
Well, yeah, I sang for Culture Shock, a Filipino '80s cover band.
Yeah, that's true. And
yeah.
DJ'd. And you were like the DJ guy.
DJ,
of that
remember
one.
you guys called me Gason?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when I was hanging out with Phil and
Phil's a thrill.
Yeah, and was far too big of an Eddie Izzard fan, and was living my my cross-dressing life.
Was that the inspiration for? Okay, cool.
Oh, sorry.
Really, we're good.
It's like we're back in San Bernardino.
Yeah. The ghetto bird followed us out.
Heard that we're filming out here now.
Yeah, I was checking out.
But yeah, that was probably the worst time of my life. Like, it was just that time where just like,
Yeah, I had like a
just
crisis year shortly
just
after
miserable.
that.
Where, you know what I mean? Where
I know,
every
that's-
day it's just like, okay, how much am I gonna drink today? How much am I gonna just be angry? How late am I gonna stay up playing a video game or listening to music? And am I gonna shower today? You know, it was like the worst. I don't know. It seemed like everything turned when I started coming back. It had nothing to do with order, but it was like it was the right time.
Yeah, everything just kind of cleaned up.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like 40 wasn't. I remember freaking out when I was about to turn 40. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm 40. But the 40 was like way better. At 30 was like my crisis, like midlife crisis day. Or when I was 30, that was like the worst. I think that was like just like some total like low point in a lot of ways. But I mean, there was some great stuff that happened too. It wasn't all bad.
30
That was probably when
30
I was like
my
the most
bad
like
year,
confused
too.
and bummed out. Yeah,
Yeah,
30's
and
bad.
I
So any
remember-
29-year-olds, get ready, buckle up.
30 sucks. Just that one year. Because I
A weird
remember
one.
Jen, my wife, had planned a 30th birthday party, surprise party. I didn't know. And I don't know why I was upset, but I was just like, I don't know where we're going, and there's nothing. And she had like rented a bowling alley, and like everyone I knew was there, and people I hadn't seen forever. And I was just like, oh, okay, you know. But yeah, 30 was a rough year. Thank God I'm old.
It's true. Yeah, it's awesome. I like aging. It's
Yeah.
fabulous. It'd be better if I could just get slim. That's my next step.
Yeah.
Figure out what the old guys do to lose weight.
Get kidney disease.
Kidney disease and I'm going to start doing HGH.
I have kidney disease,
I'll
so I
go
can say
bigger.
that. I'm fat, so I can say that. I have kidney disease, so I can say that. It's true. Don't think me a bad person. So, okay, so history, go.
So then what? Okay, so maybe we should just...
We'll just
do,
yeah. All I can think of
Great White North.
Yeah, right? Okay.
All right.
At least we're on the exact same page.
We need to fry up some back bacon and have some Elsinore beers. That's like our mascot. That's like the fourth reference we've had.
It seems to be coming up every time, yeah. So, okay,
right,
so...
I'm Bob, this is my brother Doug.
How's it going, Dave? So, where were we at?
So...
Show came back.
Yep, came back. Then, okay, so, also, while Jay left, right before he left, we did, or right around the time you left, we did do a CD, like an EP, CD EP called World Gone Mad. That one was, I think we had pretty much written it, most of it, when you were there.
Yeah.
And then, I think it was like soon, actually, I think the first recording studio, or recording session had been booked when you were there, but then you split, so, we kind of, and I think that one sounded pretty good. That's one of those ones that I wouldn't mind redoing a few of the songs on there. And then...
Well, it has a lot of songs we still play.
Yeah. War Gone Mad we still play.
Yeah.
Conqueror Worm we played for a while. That one I like.
And wasn't...
Better Living Through Self-Destruction.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another one we should put in the set list.
There's a lot of songs on there.
Yeah, that's true.
Whatchamacallit, Disciples is on there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shit.
I'm telling you,
every show. Yeah,
it's like every song we still play is on that album.
And then...
we don't play anything off Exquisite, do we?
I don't think...
Tumnel's not on there.
No, we don't. I don't think we do anything right now.
Succubus was probably the only one that we ever really kind of almost went back to.
Succubus we did for a little while, I think.
We'll do that at 50.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll retour that album.
And then...
people will be like, I didn't know anything off this album. All they played was their old stuff.
We did that, and then almost like right after, we did the first... Or no, so we never talked... Okay, so we did... The first 7-inch we did was the Dying Season EP. Did we talk about that? I think we did a little bit.
I don't know.
We did that 7-inch because Jason, I think K-Rock was doing some contest or whatever for Halloween songs.
That's right.
And you're like, let's just write a Halloween song. So we did. We wrote one, and then...
It was Autumnal,
I was like, yeah, Autumnal we wrote.
That's why it was so poppy.
And then, yeah, so that exactly. And then that was based around the intro riff Dax wrote, actually. The dan, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And then we wrote the rest of the song around it. And then I did the October Ascendant one.
The keyboard parts.
That's all you.
I stole from
Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion. Then the second one you did from Halloween, kind of.
Right.
And then we did a video for that one too, which is like another like rarity video that's like floating around.
It's a good one.
That is a good one. That was the first one where you had your firearms and stuff, and
I had to stand like super spread so that I didn't catch myself on fire.
And then so we did that 7-inch. That because I always wanted to do vinyl since like forever. And that was even before the resurgence. So we made a bunch of them and couldn't sell them.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, what are you going to do with that? What am I supposed to do with this thing?
That kid came up at the...
So this is a big CD.
The kid came up at the... What's the roller rink place?
Oh,
the Wheelhouse.
The one in the Wheelhouse in Hemet.
How the hell are you supposed to play this? And it's just like, why did you buy it if you don't even know?
Now it's like, that's like all anybody wants. It's awesome. But yeah, we were ahead of the curve on that one.
Called us emo. You guys are a bunch of emo fans.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's like what? Like, we were the hardest band there that night. What are you talking about? Emo, huh?
You know, it's nothing.
Yeah.
And then, so we did that one. So we wrote those two songs. And then we were like, well, let's do a 7-inch. And I figured we could either do a single where it's one song per side, but then we did covers live. And so we decided to do a cover version of, or two covers. We did I Turned Into Martian where you sang it, and then Head Like a Hole that Dax sang. Mm-hmm. And those... And then that was like my first little attempt at doing any sort of industrial thing, was like the little segue piece.
Right.
And then, so then that was the first 7-inch. Then we did World Gone Mad after that. Then we did, right before you came back, so right when you were leaving, we did World Gone Mad on CD. And then right before you came back, we did another 7-inch on 3 different colors. And that was the, what do we call it? Pox on All the Pretties 7-inch, which actually rolled over and became like some of the tracks on Hollow Voices.
What songs were on that?
It had Rot. It had shoot, I don't remember. Rot's on it.
But who recorded on that? Was that Dimitri?
That one was when Dimitri had just joined because Dax had just. So at that point,
Did you
Dax
play
left.
all the guitars on it?
Yeah, Aaron and I did all the guitars.
Oh, that's right. Aaron did too.
Oh, the first version of Urge to Self-Destruct, which sounds great, is actually like kind of sounds better. When I listen to it, I'm like, dang it, this version's pretty good. It's just like way slower because Fonzie was like, light speed on that one.
Yeah,
and then, so it was those. Shoot, I can't remember off the top of my head. That's stupid. I don't know why I can't, but I should have like thought ahead to think about this. But yeah, we did that 7-inch, and I think that was like literally like right before you came back, because I think we had those 7-inches at. Oh, we did. So we had them at Comic-Con when I bumped into you. So they had just come out. We spent like a bunch of days. I had a couple of like the kids that would come to our shows come over and helped us just like because we got all the records made separately from the covers. So we just had this like day where we just
Were you doing the covers? Were you doing the covers at Kinko's?
No, that's what we did for whatchamacallit.
Folding them ourselves?
Yeah, no, we did do that.
Jesus.
Well, no, this we got. I had them made. I think it was from Imprint Indie Printing, and they're really good. Actually, that's who I've used ever since then. And they were just like a fold over. So we had all the bags, the records, and then the things. We had to collate them. But and then that was the time when you came back. So that's that was like sort of what we did to stay busy in your absence. And then I guess next time we'll continue from there history-wise, because we're already at like 20 minutes, 23 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
How long are we going?
We're going to go a half hour.
Okay,
I think this
so
thing
what are we
cuts off
talking
at half
about
hour.
now?
You know what I wanted to do? And we'll just...
No, I actually don't. Wait, what, Ralph? Like I'm gonna be surprised. It's true, I have no idea. You want to drink San Pellegrino?
Yeah, we're going to cheers to the San
Are we
Pellegrino.
sponsored by them yet?
I don't know. We should be. We could get sponsored by... we could just carbonate water with like a soda stream and make our own.
I have a soda stream inside.
Perfect.
Damn it.
We should be firing up some delicious beverages.
Next time.
So I wanted to do back in January, but this is the first one I think I've done all year pretty much, except for I think I did one recently.
You said
in
goodbye to
January.
2018.
Yeah, was that the last one? Okay, so this is
episode 9.
So we're only in like the second month of the year. I wanted to do like a best of, like a 2018 best of, like what was the best movies, records, stuff that you liked the most, review wise. But I didn't think I had enough to prepare. So next time we do one of these, we should do that. We'll compile a couple of things.
I don't have anything.
I have like a favorite record of the year that came out, or two actually. There's a couple of really. I could do like a top 5 best records. There's some good stuff that came out.
See, I don't listen to any new music at all.
Well,
if I do, it's onesie twosies, but there's not much that I like anymore.
There's a lot like 9 Inch Nails had like one of the best things they've ever done. I think Bad Witch was awesome. Ogre had a new album came out that was like crowdfunded and was amazing. And oh, you know who I met like right after you left at the art show that we did when we played
the other night.
Yeah, the guitar player for frickin' Skinny Puppy was there.
Oh yeah, you said that.
I was like starstruck, man.
And he said he liked us.
He said he liked us. He might have been being polite because I'm bigger than he is. For sure. I was like, "Do you like us, man? What do you think?" But man, yeah, that was awesome. I couldn't believe it. It was cool, and I had like, he's like, "Oh, I know that band," and it was like a Skinny Puppy button on my jacket. I was like, got giddy.
Yeah,
that was sweet.
Do you know that?
Thanks, Lee, if you watch this. Thank you for introducing me.
Yeah.
Thanks for actually inviting us on that show. We need more shows. If anybody's watching this and books anywhere, give me a show. I want to play more often, and I'm too lazy to.
More.
I don't social media very well, so that's the key. I've realized to booking.
I think that I do, and then I realize I don't. And I love when you meet up with people that are like, "So Cole's getting bigger," and it's like, "What?" Well, I'm following your wife on. It's like, "Geez, man."
I know.
I think that's my biggest problem with social media right now is I feel like you're like stalking other people.
True.
I mean, they're trying to tell you what they want you to know, but I don't have time for it.
Oh, you know what I want? Sorry.
Oh, I was going to talk about our date the other night, but go ahead.
No, yeah, we did have a fun date.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
We had a fun date the other night. I can't say where we went, or we'll get banned.
Exactly.
We'll get banned from there, so we can't say it. But it was a place where cell phones were not allowed, and it was just a conversation, and it was like the most like I've never felt more important than this place makes you feel, and we're talking. It's like, oh, dude, I got to shit, and it's like, crap, I can't even look it up on the internet. And after a while, it was just like, I don't mean the damn internet? Let me explain it to you, and
It
you
was so
picture it in your mind.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
I like places like that.
I've talked about it like every day since. Like, it's pretty cool to get back to, and we haven't been able to hang out much at all.
Yeah, I know.
And this isn't. I know this is, but this isn't about you right now. You at home. This is about us.
We're just sharing a moment.
But I think that there's a lot to be done without the internet anymore. And I don't think it's not yuppie, and it's not hipstery, and it's not whatever. It's not. It was just cool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It was cool. It forces you to like have a conversation.
Yeah.
And not tune out or not like constantly, look stuff up or whatever.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was fun. It was fun. I dug it.
That was our date night.
So last 2 minutes, I just want to say. So I'm also going to put up after this one. I'm going to put up a music video that we made. It's like a new old video. So after I put this thing up, if you're interested, well, the next one will be a music video, but it had a kind of funny story. So I was looking at an old video camera, thinking that I could use that, to do these as well, and I found there's like a bunch of footage on there, and I was like, oh, what's this? And I look at it, it was like all the footage for like a whole music video that we never did anything with. And I think the original idea was to like sort of shoot like some B-roll stuff that we could cut away from and cut back to. And it's awesome. So we shot it in our studio. We shot it with like our lights. It looks pretty legit. So I'm finished. I just finished editing it. It's for one of the songs that'll be on it's Persistence of Vermin, which we've been playing forever, and it's been out on like a little single, but it's a totally new, not totally new recorded, but it's just been like remixed, different guitars and stuff like that. So it's kind of a fresher sound, and it looks pretty good. So stay tuned for that. And other than that, I think we're like pretty much about at the end. So the next one will be a little more focused, but this will be our new locale. Maybe not.
Yeah, no, it will be. We'll actually maybe come up with an idea of what we might want to talk about.
Do some show and tell.
I don't think we did bad.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. We winged it. That's good. So sometimes it's fun for just rambling, and it makes us feel like we're hanging out with you if you're watching this. So we're so that way we're telecommuting from the past to the future where you're watching this. Okay, I guess that's it. So that's the end for this one.
You're looking at the timer too. Like, we're gonna nail it at 30 minutes.
Perfect. Yeah.
So for the next 52 seconds, we're gonna
we're just gonna fill the gap. We'll try to like work on our DJ skills, our radio DJ skills, and talk us out. But anyways, thanks if you tuned in, and stay tuned for the music video next. I'll put it on this channel, and then we'll try to get one of these going once a week. And so stay tuned. I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.